Patricia. I'm running a little behind. Been that kind of a day. And I'm not even sure what I'm going to do tonight. I'm just going to work on some stuff. I mean, I know some stuff I'm going to do. I just don't know exactly what all. But I'm glad you're here, Patricia. And we're going to wait around for some other people to come in, and then we'll start. I got this in the package in the mail today from Arlene, our sweet Arlene Atkinsell. And she she put some washi tape on it. It says Jesus loves you, and she stamped on it. It's very, very cute. And then she painted this loveliness on this side. And she told me, in I can't remember what stream it was we were in, that she sent me, or maybe it was a private message, I don't remember. She said, I sent you a little package in an envelope. It's not Happy Mail, it's just D-Stash. She was wrong. This is Happy Mail. It's just beautiful. And this envelope, even if it was just an envelope and that's all, that makes me happy. Therefore, it's Happy Mail. I love it. Even if there was nothing inside, it would be Happy Mail as far as I'm concerned. But I just thought it was funny that she thought because it was D-Stash, it wasn't Happy Mail, but it's definitely Happy Mail. Whew. Well, Patricia, I hope somebody will come talk and chat with you. Um, I'm going to open that in just a minute, but first I've got this card that I got from Nettie, and I never did put it in my everything book, and so I want to do that. And then there's this adorable ATC that she put in there with it. Hi, Renee. I'm glad you're here. And this was Easter, and I didn't ever get it in here. And I'm trying to decide. I want that to be able to see them both. Hi, Mina. I'm so glad you're here. So let's see what we can figure out here. If I've got another one of those pages like this, I could do that and then put this on the. I think that's a good plan. Let's just do it. That makes it nice and easy. Hi, Sherry. So I'm going to glue her. Well, first I'm going to make this into a pocket. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to make this into a pocket. And so we can put the card in the pocket this way. And it can just tuck right in there. It's not looking like it really wants to. Let's make our pocket a little bit smaller so that it'll be tucked in a little snugger, and then it'll stay in better. There we go. That's better. Hi, Janet. I'm so glad you're here. Teresa, I think I said hi to you, but just in case, I'm going to say it again because, I mess up sometimes. Oh, we're going to work on that cardboard book a little bit too sometime tonight. I got too many things sitting on my table here. Okay. Now I got to go back and find that. Here we go. Thank you, Janet. Okay. I want to be sure I spell her name right. Well, she just says Nettie. And now I'm having trouble remembering what her last name is. Do y'all remember what Nettie's last name is? I want to say Munson, but I'm not positive. And I don't want to write it down and be wrong. And since this was for Easter, I'm going to go ahead and put Easter's date on there. Um, Hi, Kathleen. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Well, thanks, Teresa. I'm glad to welcome you 2 or 3 times. I just don't want to get to the point where I do that to everybody because that would begin to worry about my brain at that point. Okay. Nobody's going to tell me what Nettie's last name is. I think it's Munson, but even on here, she just wrote Nettie. So I'm going to give y'all a minute to see if any of you can remember what it is and tell me. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this cute little ATC on here. I think I want to kind of offset it a little bit so it's not. It is Munson. Okay. Oh, I missed that. All right. Thank you, Teresa. Oh, and it says so right here on the back. Excuse me. Hi, Julie. So sorry. Hi, Nancy. I'm glad you're here. Diana, I'm glad you're here. I'm having a lot of trouble with allergies right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get a cough drop just to maybe keep it from being too bad. And I've got my heater on. Let's turn that off because that makes me cough too. Woo. Hi, Mindy. I was doing this cough and sneezing stuff earlier and thought maybe I shouldn't even come on tonight. But we're going to see how I do. If I get really annoying, I'll just get off. Oh, I'll be glad to do that, Teresa. Let's do that right now, okay? Heavenly Father, I want to lift up to you, Ricky. And Lord, we just pray that you will bless him, that you will hold him in your hand. And I pray, Lord, that you will put your hand on his heart and give him strength, Lord. I pray that you will give his doctors wisdom and give them the kind of wisdom that comes from you and not just from textbooks, Lord. And we just pray that things will work out, the treatments and whatever will work out to be exactly what he needs. And we thank you for the opportunity to share like this and to lift each other up. In Jesus' name, amen. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Well, I got Nettie's. I'm going to have to take this cute stamp here. And put it, I want to put it on here too. It'll almost just stick by itself. There we go. Okay. Well, I don't know if Arlene's going to feel like coming tonight. So we're going to go ahead and open her Happy Mail that she didn't think it was good enough to be called Happy Mail, but she was wrong. She was wrong. I think it's Happy Mail just looking at it right here. Okay, let's find a place to open it. I think down here it feels like it's safe. Okay. Oh, how cool. Some price tags. Love, love, love those. On a little bulb clip. Very cool. She says, "Hi, Lisa. I found more to share. Hope you can use some of these things. Arlene, happy crafting." Thank you, Arlene. I'm sure I will be able to use them. Let's look and see what fun things she found to stick in here. And there's nothing on the back, so that's nice because we can use these without worrying about the back. It says, "My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." Psalm 73:26. I got this whole pack upside down, I can tell already. Hi, Barbara. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Beth. It's good to see you. Yes, allergies are bad right now. They sure are, Cheryl. This one says, "Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love." 1 John 4:8. I love that scripture. And this one says, this is from the Song of Solomon. It says, "Your hair is like a flock of goats descending from the hills of Gilead." That one's kind of funny, I have to admit. Mine would be pretty shorn goats. Oh, isn't that cute? The little bears. I love that. That is adorable. And a peacock. Oh, and I like this saying too. This is from Joy Drop. I don't know who that is, but it says, "I'm not beautiful like you. I'm beautiful like me." We could all, each and every one of us, say that. Here's a girl running across a field. Oh, well, cut her head off. Sorry about that. Hey, Tanya. I'm glad you got enough Wi-Fi or whatever that you can pop in and say hi. We're glad you're here. I love that video you did with the ruins where you showed all the ruins. I wish I could be there. I have always wanted to see those, and I've never had a chance to do it. And then these are about put on the armor of God. And then, oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of goodies in there. And then here's a catalog. It's got lots of cute pictures in it. I'm trying to see what catalog it is. It looks like it's SciPlus, SciPlus, SciPlus.com. That's cool. Too many spinny circles. Oh, okay. I'm glad you came to say hi. I'm missing you. That's fun. Here's a card. I mean, a tag. Rectangle. So we can make a tag out of that. The lips. Oh, that looks too much like math. And not just math, but the hard stuff, you know. An ellipse is a set of points in the plane such that for each point of the set, the sum of its distance to two fixed points, the foci, is a given constant. That's what an ellipse is. I just thought this was an ellipse, an elliptical shape. Now you know. And here's a tag, a ticket and a little thingy. What do you call those? A label? Some more goodies down. Ooh, looky there. Some blingy goodies. Brenda G's Designs. I love the start of a new year. God is all about fresh starts. Lovely words. So you got to save things like this because you can cut that out and stick that in a journal, and then you've got all the words. Oh, it's horrible. I'm so sorry, Tanya. But I'm glad you're able to get in, even if you can't stay long because it's too annoying. Hey, Holly, I'm glad you're here. There's some friends. Blessed and at peace. Arlene knows good words when she sees them. Chopped onions. So somebody's recipe card. It says, fill a blender half full of water, take 3 or 4 onions, skin them. That's important. And cut them in pieces, then drop them in the blender. Put on the top and turn it on and off quickly at a high speed. You can do this 2 or 3 times according to how fine you want them grated. Drain through a colander or a strainer or nylon net. Any excess chopped onions may be squeezed dry and put in a small jar in the refrigerator for use during the week. Or put in a sandwich bag and twist the top. The water that is poured off may be used for making gravy or added to soup stock or use it for cooking pot roast. So there's your tip of the night. I was going to say, don't throw away the water. And sure enough, they didn't throw away the water. And then here's a list of scriptures. I'll have to look those up. See if they all are on a theme or something. She doesn't say. True love. It's a bunch of happy people clapping. Must be somebody's birthday or something. And a tag. Another tag. Let's put that here. Let's put these kinds of things together. That's interesting. It's really strong, sturdy plastic. It'll make a good pocket. The video keeps freezing, so she's going to go. Love you too, Tanya. Thanks for popping in, letting us know you're alive, even if you have bad Wi-Fi. But that'll make a good pocket in a journal. Deep in the heart of Texas. Monte Carlo. There are 2 places very different, very far away from each other. The postcards. Stick those with these. Hello, Blessed. And I am. Oh, that's fun. Here's some painted paper. There's some bronze underneath and some lime green on top. Very fun. That page is, whoops. This page is wider than all the others. I don't want it to get crunched. Okay, well, I want to fix a page in my book so I can put this note and some of these fun things. All right. I know I'm going to put the note in there. Oh, that's for something that's coming later. So let's see. Sometimes I just have to look and see what pages are left, and the right one will pop out at me. Sometimes when that doesn't happen, I just go ahead and take one. I don't have much back here. I need to do something back here. Okay. I think I'm going to use this just for fun. And I'm going to cut this out and put on this page because I think that'll be fun on there. And it can sit right up there in the corner and fit pretty good on the page. So let's do that. And I still have plenty left for another project on another day. It is cute paper, isn't it? It came out of a book of some kind. Nature, How I Enjoy the Great Outdoors. It was page 94, 93, and 94. We went today, Hannah and I did. We drove to a little town about 45 minutes from here. Because that was the closest place that we could get an appointment for her to get an ID card so she can get a job. She doesn't have a driver's license yet. And you have to have an appointment to do anything, you know, like IDs or driver's license or whatever. And we would have to wait another week and a half for an appointment in Amarillo. So we drove 45 minutes to Hereford for this appointment, and she was in there for like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at the most. I was expecting it to be a long time because it's, you know, that's the way it's always been before every time I've gone in there. Hi, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. Oh, that sounds yummy. Roast is always a good thing. Anyway, I took my new little spinning wheel because electric spinner, because I have a battery for it. And I didn't think it would take very long because when we got there was only a couple of cars out front. But they're notorious for taking, you know, hours of your time to do these things. So I got in the back seat and got all set up to do this electric spinner, and I spun for like 5 minutes and she came back out. I was like, oh, that was really fast. So I said, well, Hannah, you know, is there something wrong? Because you have to take all these pieces of paper with you. You know, you have to take 2 of these and 1 of these and your birth certificate and, you know, all this stuff up there. And I was afraid that they might have decided we needed something else. And she said, no, I'm finished. She goes, she looked at my paperwork and took my picture, and here I am. I was like, okay. Well, during that 5 minutes while she was in there, somebody came in and they parked. I had my spinning wheel and everything set up on the driver's side, and I got in on the passenger side in the back seat so I could spin. So I'm sitting back here, and like, if this is the car and here's the front seat and here's the back seat, I was sitting over here. I had all my spinning stuff over here, and somebody came in and parked right over here where I couldn't get my door open but this much. Okay, there's no way I'm squeezing out of that. Hi, Ruth. I'm glad to see you. So there I am in the back seat, and it's not like I can just scooch over because I've got stuff in the floor, stuff in the seat. So I'm having to try Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm even telling you this. I had to try to move stuff around and kind of lift my legs up over the stuff that was in the floor. Well, I tell you, I'm short, but I'm not short enough to do this and limber enough to do this real quick. And I was laughing so hard I could hardly stand it. By the time I finally got my legs over there so I could get out the other side, I was glad nobody could see me. Nobody but Hannah. Of course, she was laughing too. But oh my goodness. It's like, okay, I not only am old, I am old and fat and short and stubby, and my limbs don't want to be flexible. But I did manage to get out and get in the front seat and drive home. But for the little bit of spending time I had, I'm not sure it was worth it. Ah, anyway, it gave us both a good laugh, so I guess that's worth something, isn't it? Let me get my little trash can over here. Uh, you think it's funny hearing about it. If you'd been there watching, you'd have thought it was even funnier. At one point, I almost got stuck and couldn't go around anymore. It was terrible. It was really terrible. Oh my goodness. Just picture it about as awkwardly as you can picture it being done, and then you'll be close. But we got what we needed done, and that's what counts. The laugh was worth it. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes a laugh is worth a lot. But anyway, I took a picture of how I had the spinning set up. I did not take a picture of trying to get out of that seat. That would have been a video to behold. Thank goodness Hannah is not the kind of person who would do that kind of mean thing to me. Oh, she was too busy laughing to think of meanness to do. Of course, she wouldn't do that to me because she would not want me to do it to her. So I'm sure she could have gotten out of there much more elegantly than I did. I'm being a little slow here. Sorry about that. I tell you, buying that electric spinner has gotten me all excited about spinning and weaving and all that kind of stuff again. And y'all may have to see more of that than you really want to. Hmm. That background color just goes perfect with the some of the blue that's in this. Hi, Dana. I'm glad you're here. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and we'll put it on there too. It's kind of going to be a finicky little piece, but I I washed a bunch of the some of the wool that Tanya gave me, and And then yesterday I dyed some of it, and I dyed some wool and silk roving. Um, the colors in the wool and silk roving didn't come out as pretty as it looked. When they dried, they weren't quite as pretty as it looked when it was wet. I think it'll still be a nice yarn, but it just won't be as pretty as I thought it was going to be. The colors were not as saturated as I thought it might be. Oh, are y'all having rain? We need some. We've had a very cold, cloudy day today, but no rain. I was hoping maybe there's a chance we might get some on Wednesday. And our plumbers have to come back on Thursday. Um, there was a small little incident, and they have to come back and fix something. So I may not be able to stream on Thursday. And I'd say the chances are pretty good that this will take the whole day. So don't be counting on me streaming Thursday. If I can, I'll come out here. I may be late if I can, but um, I won't be surprised if it doesn't happen. So I'm just going to let you know in advance that I'm not going to come out here and stream while the plumbers are here. They're good guys. It's not that I don't trust them. It's just that it's just better to be in there in case they need something or have a question or whatever. So, all right. I'm just going to let this little plant grow right here beside it. I like that, just like that. But I also want, I want some words. I want some words. So where's that? No, not there. Last stand at peace. That would be good. We'll put that on there. So we'll have these words. And I need something to hide um to put this letter behind. I think this will look nice with it, so we'll do that. But first I'm going to glue this down. Let me find something to use. Okay. For putting glue on. Okay. Oops. Okay, let's glue that down. Alrighty, and then we've got this, and I'm going to tuck it right over here in the corner. And we're going to use the art glitter glue for that. Beetroot, brown onion skin, leaves, flowers, and wood chips. That sounds cool. I've done some natural dyeing, not a lot. And that was way back when we first started. I have done some dyeing with like Easter egg or color food, or food color. But I have done this. I did use the acid dyes. I mean, the Easter egg color and food colors, you're dyeing with acid in that too. But these were chemical dyes. Well, I thought that needed to be on here, but I'm not sure. Well, I could just put it right there. Why not? Hi, Kathy D. Yeah, food color works pretty good. I was surprised. The first time I did it, I was real surprised at how good it worked. There we go. There we go. And I'll put that right up there. Anyway, I had fun playing with that. And now I've got some locks I can card with my drum carder. I finally got, I went ahead to go ahead and cut the drive band and put it back together, make it a little smaller. But I was able to get my drum carder, the two drums, to get a little closer together, and that's making the carding experience much nicer. So I've got a video that'll come out tomorrow morning, that shows me carding a bat, and then I'll do a video when I spin it, but it may be a little bit before I spin it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna make this a more interesting shape. Can you dye with red potato skins? I don't know. I would doubt it. But red onion skins works well. I've dyed paper with red onion skins. I haven't actually dyed fiber with it, but I know you can, because you can dye fiber with the yellow onion skins. Okay, let me get some ink. We're going to ink that up. Let's see. That's not the colors I want. All right. Got stuff trying to fall down on me. I don't need a Craft-A-Lanch. I don't need a Craft-A-Lanch. Hi, Janice. I'm glad you're here. I've dyed. We have a sycamore tree, and I dyed with some of the bark off the sycamore tree because it sheds its bark. So I've done that one time, and I think I'm going to do this purple that maybe will kind of go with this stuff right here. And I've dyed with turmeric, and I went to years and years ago, I went to a dye day where we did natural dyes, and we did they used a bunch of different things, and I don't remember everything we used, but I've got my very first. I mean, literally, I spun these skeins for this dye day. It was the first spinning I ever did on my wheel, and they are rough, and it was bad fiber, and so it's not a very good example of spinning, but I still got them because it was the first stuff I did. So, all right, I'm gonna fold this like that and tuck it in there because I want it to be visible. And a pin. Okay. After we got through with Hannah's appointment today at the DMV, she wanted to stop back in Canyon. If this is Amarillo, there's a little town right here called Canyon, and then you go way over here to Hereford. So on the way back, we stopped in Canyon at this used bookstore that we really love. It is such a sweet bookstore, and just the whole way it's put together and everything, it's just fun to go in there. But she wanted to, where did I put my other one of these? What did I do with it? Because it's not where it's supposed to be. I put it somewhere. Okay. Oh, there it is. Good grief. Anyway, we stopped in there and Hannah found some books that she liked. And I'm going to make a confession. I found a book I liked and I was excited. And I bought it and I got out to the car and then I remembered. I'm doing the 100 Things Challenge and I'm not supposed to buy anything. So I'm going to put it up until my 100 things is done. And then I'll get it out and I'll show y'all. So you're going to have to wait with me until I can get yeah. Yeah, well, this wasn't a thrift store. It was a used bookstore, but if there had been a thrift store, she would have wanted to do that too. I'm going to put this back into my pretty envelope here until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. I mean, where I'm going to put it. I'm trying to put my Happy Mail stuff now where I will actually use them and not just leave them in the envelopes for, forever because I'm hoarding them. But isn't that gorgeous? Quick, do all the rest of your 100 things tomorrow. Well, I have like 99 left, Julie. 99 left. Oh, I'm sorry, I dropped something. Oh, well, I'm not going to try to get it now. I was looking to see if I could, but Jacqueline, roving is it's a fiber preparation that you spin from. There's roving and there's top and there's bats and locks and all those things are different preparations that you can spin from of the wool. And roving is just one preparation. Let's see if I have some handy. This is roving right here. It's just been prepped in a mill so that you can spin off the end of it. I think thrifting should be exempt from the 100 things. It technically isn't new. No, it's not new, but most everything I buy at thrift stores. So it wouldn't do me any good to be okay with thrift stores if I'm going to do this. Lisa, are you about to get me into a new craft? I haven't got my hands around junk journaling yet. Um, well, I would love to get you into a new craft, Jacqueline. I love spinning and weaving. I love both of those things. I haven't been able to spin for a while because my spinning wheel makes my back hurt. But this new electric spinner that I got, I can spin and it doesn't hurt my back. It's been wonderful. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Um, See there, I just made a little bitty piece of yarn out of this roving. So, um, hi May, I'm glad you're here. It is really fun. In fact, I have a little floor loom. It's a little 4-shaft floor loom that I got when Hannah was about 10 years old. I got a floor loom and some spindles and some hand cards because I wanted to teach her about early American history and how they had to spin and weave their own clothes and why they only had a few sets of clothes. You know, that was the first beginning of it. It was a history project. And all I wanted was a little homemade spindle and some hand cards so I could card some wool. But I found the lady who had the hand cards also had a loom, so I bought it. And it's a little 4-shaft loom. And I've done some weaving on it, and I really like it, but it's not real easy to use. And it's out here in my craft room taking up space, and I don't really have space to work on it out here because I have to pull it out from the wall, and then it takes up too much room. When I was doing the spinning and weaving back 7 or 8 years ago, I didn't have any paper craft stuff out here. All I had was spinning and weaving stuff. And it was plenty big and everything was organized and I had room to do everything I wanted to do, the spinning wheel, everything. And then I got into paper crafts because my back started bothering me. And and now it's full of that stuff and my weaving and spinning stuff is kind of pushed to the side. And so now I've been working on, y'all know I've been working on straightening up my studio, and then I go and try to pull out all my spinning stuff and the drum carder and all that stuff. And so now it's, it's kind of a wreck again, but that's the way it goes, I guess. But I'm enjoying being able to play with fiber again and to spin and all that entails. I love taking a fleece and doing everything to it to get it to the part where you can spin it and turn it into yarn and then take that and crochet with it or weave with it or whatever. I haven't done as much using of the yarn as I have making yarn. But I have a playlist, Jacqueline, that is spinning. I have a weaving one too, but there's not very much on it. There's more on the spinning playlist. But I did some live streams where we did a class on spinning with a hand spindle. And I show you how to do all of that in that how to even make your own spindle. I even can show you how to make your own spindle in that playlist. So if you're really interested, go look at that playlist and see what you think. And then if you have questions, feel free to ask. And I can show you. I don't mind showing. Like I said, I've got a video coming out tomorrow where I was working with the drum carder and I made a bat. Let me do a teaser for that video, I guess. This doesn't mean y'all don't need to watch it because you need to see how I got this. But this is the bat I made in that video. And it's so soft. And I'm gonna spin it you know, in a future video. I'm in the middle of spinning some top that I got. So I'll have to finish that little project before I can do this one. But this has, it has a little bit of silk in it. This is sari silk, this pink. And I don't know if you can see this light orange here, this stuff right here is a silk. It's actually a little orangier in person than it is on the video, but that's some silk. There's a little bit of Angelina sparkly stuff, not very much because I didn't have much of it in the bag. I just pulled some stuff out of a bag and made a bat out of it. Some of this red stuff, some of it is little piece of merino roving that I got for felting, but it's the same stuff to spin or felt. So I put some of that in there, and some of this red stuff is some of the wool that Tanya had dyed 30 years ago, and I carded it up and put it in the bat. And some of it is some of the white wool that that she gave me that I washed, and I carded that to fluff it up, and then I put it on the drum carder, and all these things together made a you know, and made a bat. So it'll be fun to spin. I'm looking forward to it. I want to roll it up to put it in the bag, but I don't want to. There's a piece of a plant, but I don't want it to compress. So I put the paper in between it to just kind of help it not compress. Stay fluffy. Oh, thank you, Janet. Okay. Okay, I want to do a little bit more on this book. I don't know if y'all remember the last time I was working on it, I felt like I kind of got the black a little too much black for what I wanted. So I'm going to take an emery board and see if I can kind of scruff it up a little bit. And I don't know if that'll be good or if that'll be bad, but I think it'll be better than leaving it like this. I'll be happier with it. So this is not very exciting to watch, but been fussy cutting like crazy. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. It's all right. We'll just leave it like that. I'll put something else there and fix that later. I knew there was a chance something like that would happen, so. Oh, I'm not going to get rid of the black, Dana. I'm just going to scruff it up a little bit. Hi, Angie. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. So we're going to just go around and hopefully this won't take a long time. I think the next thing to do on this is either stamping or stenciling. Let me see if I can. I wrote a list somewhere and it's gone. Well, I guess we'll just have to play. Oh, no, here it is. Yeah, stamp with ink and stencils and paint. So we will do some of that. The problem is I don't really know what I'm wanting to do with these for like a focal point or something. And so I keep hoping that each step is going to inspire me to know what I want to do with it. And so far, I've just been happy with each step as it comes, and I still don't know what I'm going to do. So, yeah, it's just a cardboard box from an Amazon box. I just tore it up. Tanya and I did this when she was here. We started this. It was one of the things we did when we streamed together when she was here. So if you look at the video, Tanya is here, part 1. In my live stream, it's probably in the live stream playlist, but it's also just, it hasn't been long ago, so you can probably find it just looking through the videos. But this is starting. This is what we did in that video. So okay. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, and I've got my straight sides and bottoms straight so that the book can stand up and it'll bind together easy. And I just tore the other edges. That's why some edges are torn and some are not, was for ease of binding and putting on a shelf. Oh, sorry. I was having another seasoned coughing attack. Didn't want you to have to listen. I'm sorry. I'm going to do it again. Just a second. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like the distressed look too. That's something that appeals to me and Tanya both. So that's one reason we decided on this project. I don't know if she's having a chance to, to work on it on her trip, or if she'll finish it when she gets home. I don't know. But okay, I think that one's about run out of stuff. Luckily, you get a package with about 10 of these in it for $1 at Dollar Tree. So hi, Elvis. I'm glad you're here. Even though I haven't figured out what I want to do with these, I'm having fun with it, and I guess that's really the most important thing. But I really figured by now I would know what I wanted to be focal points, or if I wanted to just put words on it, or I think I want to do some little collages, maybe fabric and paper collages, you know, focal point type collages on it. But I need to know and do all of that before I bind it together, because if I bind it together and then I put something chunky on it, you know, it won't lay as flat and nice as if I get it finished and then bind it together. So yeah, I'm liking that a lot better, like this than like this. Your fabricking. Ah, what are you fabricking, Angie? I don't think I'm creating that much dust. I mean, literally, I can't, you know, you can feel it very fine, but it's really not doing a whole lot. It's just barely taking off a little paint. Oops. I say that and here comes off some paper, but I am having a lot of allergy issues. When I first came on tonight, I said that I'm having trouble with allergies, and I almost didn't even come on. So I really think it's more that than it is what I'm doing right now. I really like that. I'm really liking that. No, it's just spring. It's spring, Julie. Everything's blooming and pollen and weeds and my hands are getting kind of icky though. And I'm not trying to get it all off. You know, that's the way it is with mixed media. You put it on and cover it up or take it off. Allergies are bad here in Texas. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay. Oh, did I already do that one? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. I don't want to do it more than once because I'm getting tired. Put us on mute and blow your nose. My doctor told me to do that when he found out what I do in my craft room. Okay. I'm going to obey. I'm going to obey. Okay. Thank you, Elvis. One of the best things I think about our crafting community is that we care about each other and not just the crafting that's going on, but the people. And I love that. We all try to help each other and ooh, I'm getting close. I've got this one and 3 more and I'll be finished. I'm running out of sandy stuff though. I have not heard from Joyce in quite a while. I have not. Hi, Laura. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Let me get one more of these out. See, actually, these might have come from Walmart for a couple of dollars. I don't know, but there's a ton of them in here. And I know I didn't pay more than a couple of dollars for them. Okay. I'll get a couple more out. Let's see, how many is this? Does it say how many's in here? 24. So you can do a lot of distressing with 24 of these. Okay, I missed what Janet said about Joyce. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm looking for something to cover up the cracks on the corners of the journal covers I'm making. You mean like this kind of corner? Are you talking about this right here? This part right here? That's true. That's true. A sanding block would work well too. I have one actually. But these were sitting right here. The sanding block's over there. How's that for lazy? Well, I'm sure that Joyce understood that that was coming from a place of love. It probably was kind of a shock, though. funny how you can get just the right angle with it, and it does a really good job, and then at any other angle, it barely does anything. And sometimes you lose what that angle is when you turn it. One more. No cops, thank you. Well, it would be a shock, all right. But at least you'd know somebody cares about you, for sure. Maybe more than you want them to, but... Okay. Oh, I didn't do this. Well, I already got to do this side. Okay. Okay, let's... oh, my computer is getting very dusty up there, so there's more dust flying around here than I thought. When I look at my computer, I can see. Ooh, look at that. Okay. I'm going to clean my hands a little bit here. Okay. Now then, I want to do some stamping, but I'm trying to decide what I want to stamp with. Your roast is very good. Yay, Brittany. It sounds good. It sounds good. Okay, I think I'm gonna use black for my ink. Oh, let me check one thing real quick. Okay. Just gonna see what. I forget which colors I have in these oxides, so I always have to look back and see if I want to use them or not. And the color I was thinking about is not one that I own. There may not even be a color, but I was thinking this light sagey color might be fun. But we're going to just use black. And I'm going to start with these, since I carved these and they're sitting here. See if I can find something that I want to use on here. I don't know. I don't want it to be real. I don't know. I'm thinking background stuff, so none of these may work. They might all be too um, particular, or I don't know what word to use. Specific, maybe. Thanks, Dana. I love them too. I just don't think there's anything in here that's what I'm actually wanting for this particular thing, because I don't want them. I just want them to be an accent. I don't really want them to show up a whole lot. And I'm thinking something, let's see, maybe something more like this that's just the only, well, I know. Let's see if this will work. If I just put ink in spots and not, you know, not all the way to the edges. That'll add a little bit. That may not be. I just don't want it to look like a square, I guess is what it amounts to. But that didn't work. It looks more square. All right, let's try a different one here. Just a little something on there. Yeah, I used, most of those were eraser. I used a lot of different kinds of erasers. These were donut erasers from Dollar Tree. This was a big Santa Claus. This was his hat. These were just these rubber. I don't recommend these. They're not fun to carve. And these are just those little white erasers like Mary likes to carve with. This is some really old Speedy carve I found at the thrift store. But, and then I've done a lot on these, just these little bitty erasers. This was another big eraser. So, yep. I carve on erasers a lot because they're cheap. And so am I. I'm frugal. Let's say that. That sounds nicer. Okay, just a second. I've only done one side of these, and that we may come back and work on the other side later. Let's see what this one will do. I'm just trying to get some more interest on there. Um, yeah, we do Carve December pretty much every year. Tanya and I have done it together on our live streams the last couple of years. Let's try this one. We haven't used it yet. Ooh, yeah, I like that. We don't know what we're going to cover up, so we just put it a bunch of places. Probably should not have put all these, 2 or 3 pages in a row with the same prints, but I don't guess it really matters because they're not going to be facing each other. The ones where I've got the stamps are going to be facing the ones where I'm going to do stencils, so that'll be okay. One more. You bumped yourself out of chat. I'm sorry, Julie. I'm glad you're back. Okay. I'm as inky as my paper. My cardboard. So now then, we're going to go through and we'll do some stencils. And I may do black ink through a stencil on the other side. Let's see. Oh, dear. I'm sorry. I got this mess. Stencil mess. Let's see what... Okay. I don't know if we'll even need that many, but... We get a... No. Hi, Miss Allie Kay. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Hopefully I have enough ink. So let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there's 11 pages, so this will work out all right. Okay, so there's one. So on this page, I've got some leafy things on this side and that on that side. So oh, thanks, Kathleen. Some of them I've gotten at Tuesday morning and some at thrift stores, and I've gotten a few at Walmart and a few at Hobby Lobby. But I've just, when they're on sale or they're cheap somewhere, that's when I pick them up usually. Now this one I think I got from Amazon. I have bought a few from Amazon. It's probably, at this point, you should kind of have an idea of what you want to do before you are stenciling on corners and things. But I don't. Angie's typing and eating ice cream. That sounds good. I so agree about the price. You got to get them when they're not that expensive. I've had some given to me as well, so I've been blessed that way. That's interesting. I've got all those. I'm trying to be kind of subtle, but I don't think it's actually working out very subtle. Ice cream sounds so good. Yep, yep. And let's see. This is a pretty thick stencil, so it's a little harder to get. No cool thrift stores in the bush, huh? I'm sorry about that. That's kind of the pits. Of course, when we were in Hereford today, I told Hannah, let's look and see if there are any thrift stores around here, and they didn't have any. And in fact, when we asked that question, what came up was the senior citizens center where they were serving fish today. I'm like, well, no, that's not what I'm wanting. That's not what I had in mind. Okay, let me make sure I haven't done the. Okay. All right. I hadn't done any arrows. Okay. We'll do some leaves on this one. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We'll use the flower part of this. Hi, Lori. I'm glad you're here. And then we'll use this on this one. Okay. Now we have stamped and stenciled. Oh, let's see what's next on our list. You're right, Lori. That puts a dent. Yeah, that's expensive, but it luckily it goes a long ways. Okay, fabric tabs. Fabric tabs. I'm not sure I want fabric tabs. And I don't have to do them just because she did. Hmm. I think I'm going to stop right here and think about this because I know I'm going to be putting some fabric and lace in my little collages that I put on here on each page. And if I decide after I do that I want fabric tabs, I'll go back and put them on there. But right now, um, I don't want to. I think the little clusters and some words is really what I need, all that I need to finish. So I'm going to put this aside for now. Put it over here. Put my ink up. Oh. Okay, don't fall. Sorry, I'm going to have to work on this just a second or I'm going to end up with something in the floor. There we go. That would not be good. Okay. I'm trying to. I have a million tea bags and they all need to be opened and flattened out and the tea poured out of them. That is probably way too boring of an activity for me to do on here though. But I may do a few just because there's so many different kinds that y'all can see how I open the different kinds maybe. And I thought this was so funny. This kind of tea that my daughter drinks, it says Stash. That's the brand. Aren't those cute little tags? I have to save those tea bags for sure. Anyway, all of these little tags are really cute. So I'm going to save those too. So I'm going to harvest a few different ones here. We drink a lot of tea in our family. And so, well, I kind of just wanted to get this one. There we go. Put those back up. Can you guess what kind of tea this is? This is turmeric bliss. Yes, I'm definitely saving those. I was trying to decide. I think I'll do it on this. I usually do it over my trash can. But as you can see, I haven't done it in a long time, except if I needed one, I did it right then. This is turmeric. The first thing I do is take if it has a staple in it, I try to get the staple out without ruining the tea bag. And these are tiny little staples, so it's not always doable. I'm just going to put that in the trash can because it's metal and I don't want to mess. Okay. And then I keep that separately. Now this one, I always squeeze my tea bags out over some paper. Even if I throw the tea bag away, I squeeze it out over some paper so it dyes my paper. But Tanya and I are wanting to make a tea bag book. And before I would just, I would save a few tea bags and next time I needed them, I'd save a few more because we drink tea all the time. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But when we decided to make a book, a whole book that's just tea bags, um, I decided that I needed to do a little bit better job of holding on to some of these and try to get as many different kinds as I could. Uh-oh, that's all right. I'll just turn this one into a yellow flower in my book. So there's obviously something in here besides turmeric. There's turmeric and something else. I don't know what. But there's that one. Set it over there. This one is from my passion tea. And this is the one to make a quart of tea. And I mix green tea with this to make the tea that I drink most of the time. I saw somebody, and I don't remember who it was. They wanted to use a tea bag for something, but they could not bring themselves to use a used tea bag. So they emptied out a brand new fresh tea bag, and then they used ink to color up their tea bag, so it looked like it had been used. And I'm just wondering if any of you have an idea, why might you not want to use a regular old tea bag that's actually, you know, had the tea used out of it? Um, I'm asking because I don't know. And I'm sure she didn't say why, whoever it was, but I feel like she had to have some kind of a reason why she didn't want to use, a tea bag that had actually been used. Now, if I had, once in a while, yeah, it would waste perfectly good tea. I know. Once in a while, if I don't think about it and I put the stevia actually in my cup if I'm drinking hot tea, and then I put my tea bag in there, well, I don't save those because I think the stevia might actually attract bugs or something. So I wondered if she always has sugar in her water when she puts her tea in there or something. I don't know. But you can't get, I mean, and her tea bags, when she did them with the ink, they looked pretty good. But I couldn't come up with a good reason why to do that rather than when I make my husband's tea, I always tie the 3 tea bags together and then I put them in a gallon jar to make the tea. And so they're attached to each other right up here. So I have to figure out a way to use 3 attached together because that's the way I always do his tea because it's just easier to keep them all together when I'm well, when I send your little journal, Brittany, I'll send you a few tea bags because I have a few. I have a few. Um, and they are cool to use. So, but I don't drink coffee. I drink tea. So I have, tea bag, a lot of tea bags. This is this one's from the green tea that I put with the passion tea. So it's got kind of that pink tint to it. When that pink passion tea, the tea bags are about the only time that you can get any pink out of it. The tea looks pink, but when you put the tea onto paper, it turns a kind of a greenish bluish gray. It doesn't, it rarely ever stays pink on the paper. Anyway, these green tea bags, they don't do very much. Um, not compared to the black tea. And then we've got these little things, and I'm not sure what kind of tea this is. It's something Hannah has, some herbal something, and I don't know how neatly this will come apart. It may not, but I saved it because I thought it would be fun to try. And you could just dump the tea out like that and keep it, like this. And that's what I was thinking, and make a flower out of it. So that's how I'll probably empty those. Just open them enough to get the tea out, and then close them back up. It's hard to open those without destroying them, that little spot, though. And then here's, another brand of tea. I think this is the chamomile sleepy time tea that Darren drinks at night before bed. I'm going to do the same thing with it, I think. See, and this, I think it may be a different kind of tea. We get, two or three kinds of tea that are in these bags, but it's possible that this is exactly the same tea. This one just got squeezed out, and then this one didn't. It just laid there and soaked up the tea, in the bag. Um, I think I'm going to try. Let's see if we can just open this one up like that. See if we can get the tea to come out. No, that's definitely a different kind of tea. This one's my chai tea. It's got cinnamon and cloves and allspice and stuff like that in it. The only thing with leaving them in this shape is sometimes the tea doesn't want to come out. But you have more options if you leave it like this until you're ready to use it. Then you may want to use it like a little pocket. So I could do that with one of these too, leave it like a little pocket. I've mixed the tea leaves with the texture paste and used it with a brick stencil to create a brick wall. It came out good. Oh, I bet it did. I think I remember seeing that. Hi, Vanessa. We're glad you're here. So I'm going to just trim this one across. Yeah, I'm just going to trim it across here. I probably should have just tried to open that up because I think these do open up better than those other ones. I would think, I don't know, Angie, if I was doing a plastic folder, I would probably run it through like the one of those Biggs dies, the really thick ones that'll cut cardboard. I don't think I would try cutting the thinlits and things like that with it. Here's another little I need some tweezers or something. Hi, Margaret. I'm glad you're here. I'm just emptying some tea bags. And I sometimes the stuff sticks, and then I just kind of do this. And lots of times you can get it to, rub it against itself, and you can get that to come off. If you use your fingernail, it'll come off, but sometimes it damages the tea bag. But a lot of the way we use tea bags, you don't have to have it whole and looking like, one big piece anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. But I think these bigger black tea ones are my favorite because they're usually so dark. Sometimes they just all fall out real easy. These black tea bags that I've got here are the cold brew tea. And I think that might be one reason they empty out so much easier than the others. Let's do one more of these because it's sitting here. Okay, come on. Maybe not. There we go. Okay, so here I've got, you know, a little stack of different kinds of tea bags. Um, and they're fun to use. I like them in collage. Um, I like them in like clusters and things like that too. I think we'll stop with that right now because y'all don't need to watch me do a million of them, but I just thought you might like to see how easy it is to get you some tea bag to work with. But if you don't even drink it, that does make it harder. And I think those are pretty much the different kinds we have. Well, there was one other kind, but I don't see one. Let's see if I can find one because they're really weird. This is they're like in these little organza bags. Have y'all ever seen tea like that? This is one of Hannah's fancy teas. But I thought those would make fun flowers too for my tea bag. But let's empty that one out. And if you open it up, if you can open it up all the way, then it you know, it lays out pretty flat. It's just the way that they sealed this one side caddy corner from the rest of them. But it's really interesting, isn't it? But it doesn't hardly take the dye. I mean, it does a little bit, but it doesn't take the dye as much as the other ones do. Um, okay, so now we're all going to be going to the store and saying, I wonder what these tea bags look like. Are these going to have enough color in them? Let's see if I can find any other ones that might be. Oh, here's a pretty one. This is the same passion tea, except this one's made for hot tea, and those big bags are made for iced tea. But look at how, I don't know if you can see how many different colors are in that tea bag. Let's open it up. This is one that Hannah likes this hot tea. I like it cold. I don't particularly care for it hot, but she likes it hot. But depending on, you know, how it dries, I wish y'all could see the colors because it's really brighter than it is on my camera. And it may depend on what she put with it. I think she put this with that turmeric. So some of what's on here may be coming from that turmeric tea. It just happened to get on this tea bag. It reacted with, you know, the tea in this bag. Let me get some white paper to put under it and see if you can see the greens and yellows and pinks and orange, and there's a lot of colors in this one. Let me find something. Well, I don't know if y'all can see that very good, but there's a lot of different colors in this tea bag. I think that's very interesting. I'm going to show it, and then I need you to delete your number after she gets it. If you don't mind coming back and deleting your phone number, because you don't want it just up here. Okay, I think that's really cool. I really love that one. Okay, and I have another one, and I'm glad because I'm going to give this little stack to Brittany. I'll just stick this with her journal, and now she'll have a little stack of tea bags because everybody needs some tea bags. Okay. I'm just going to put these with this, Brittany, and I'll send it to you as soon as I remember to. I meant to do it already, and I hadn't done it. I guess it's a good thing I haven't done it already, since this way you get some tea bags. Oh, you're very welcome. All right, let's do. There we go. Okay. I had some, uh-oh. Where did that go? I dropped a little, and I don't want to step on it or something. Oh well. I do one every Sunday morning. So there's a video that comes out every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock Central Time on my channel, and I have a playlist. I have two playlists. One is called the Messianic Prophecy Study. That's what I'm working in right now. There's probably 85 or 90 videos in that list. And then I have one that was working something about the promises of Psalms that I was doing with Sue. And so I have both of those playlists that are Bible studies. But I do one every Sunday morning. I do one. So there's a bunch of them if you want to go find that playlist. I've got these that I made the covers and I put the little signatures together. And that's as far as I went with them. So I think, and here's, I think I need to decorate the covers and then bind these so I can have that project done. I need to save these for one of my 100 things videos because I got oh dear. But these are a work in progress. There's something I've already just keep talking. He might go to sleep. Okay. I'll be happy to keep talking if it'll help. I do want to do something, on the covers of these. This one, I love that. And it's, it's mostly done, I think, just because that's fun old records. So we'll start with it because it doesn't need as much. Okay, what do we want to put on them? I've got this book with some flowers in it. Those might be a good focal point. I've got these in here that are tulips, and those might be fun. You're not letting him watch, just here. Okay. So I don't know if I do these, I definitely want to put something, some papers and stuff behind them and not just, glue it down. Oh, wait a minute. Where did I put that? Okay, let me give a think here. I have something that will make it much easier. Yes, here they are. Yay! When you do things and then you lose them. See, look at all these things. I coffee dyed them and I inked them. And they've been sitting in this box for like a year. Even that little bird's been sitting in here. Thank you, Janet. See, something like that would be pretty. Yeah, we're going to use some of these. I think I coffee dyed these. I haven't inked them yet. I do need to do that, but we'll still need to put a little something behind them. And some of these have not been coffee dyed. See, you can tell a big difference. The ones that have and the ones that haven't. Okay. Most of them haven't been coffee dyed. I must have actually used more of these than I thought. So some of them, none of these look like that's what I want. So let's see what else we can find. Ooh, that's pretty. We'll use that one. And maybe that one or this one. And what I did was I just sort of fussy cut them. And then I decided that way I could decide later if I wanted to go ahead and do a better job of fussy cutting them. So that we don't have to I need something short for this little one down here. Let's see. None of those are making me all that happy. It's not like, I don't have many to choose from, because I do. I have a bunch to choose from. But this was one day I just went through a book and took out everything that I liked in that book. Maybe this. But they'll still have to be fussy cut some more. But I'm not going to do them. I'm going to leave white around them because that'll be easier to do. And I have 5 of them to do, so. Thank you, Janet and Holly, for helping, and everybody else who helped out with the when I post those videos thing. Okay, sorry. Um, we'll do this, and then we'll ink them up, and then we'll find some kind of papers to go, as a background for them. Let's see. Oh, yay for you. I love botanical books too. I'm glad you found some. Sometimes you can find good deals and sometimes you can't. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I think that's cute. needs some kind of words. We'll have to find some words for all of these, but that'll just be part of our um, part of it. Some of these, like this, you can't get nearly as detailed because if you do, you'll be here all night. So I'm just going to kind of I'm sorry, y'all. I may have to quit. Just a second. Yeah, thrift stores is where I usually go for them too. I have bought a couple on Amazon because they were in the used books, they were really cheap. And I've bought a couple off of eBay that were really cheap, but for the most part, they're more expensive in those places than I want to spend, or at least than I want to spend to do this. So we're going to leave that one just like that. Um, I could take out some right in there, but I think that, well, let's go ahead and try. I was going to say that might just lead us to more pickiness, in other places, but maybe not. Oh dear. Got something in my eye. Oh boy. Been checking out the op shops, but haven't found many treasures yet. Well, there are definitely days that you find wonderful things, and then other days when you find nothing. The book I found today that I remembered later I wasn't supposed to be buying um, it's a manual, Hill something manual, but it's got all kinds of it's from 1921, so I can take it apart and scan it, and I may do that because I think there are some really cool pages in there that a lot of people would like to have access to. But but it's got pages about all kinds of stuff: how to have parties, how to have a happy marriage, how to do your budget. I mean, it's got just a little bit of everything in there. Hannah thought that was hilarious. She was going, "Oh, Mom, here it tells you how to have how to have a happy." Oh, I can't remember. There was some other word. It was kind of an old style word. And she just thought that was so cute that it was going to help you out with your relationships, and in the midst of all this stuff about what kind of this to buy and what kind of that to buy. I want to do a little bit up here. I don't want to get carried away. But sometimes just adding a little bit, cut out somewhere else too. Um, lets the background show through, which makes it a little more fun. Come on. All right, there's that one. You think he's asleep? Oh, good. Good. That's what we want. We want to have some rest. So Angie can rest too. I had a good friend, and I would go over and visit with her when her kids were young, and we would just sit and talk, um and I would hold the babies, and they would just go to sleep, and she never could understand how I could always get them to go to sleep so easy. I said, well, for one thing, I'm not their mama, and you know, I'm not a source of food. Oh, but I said, and maybe it's just the fact that we're talking and we're enjoying ourselves, and the sound of contentment, makes them feel content because we're relaxed and enjoying ourselves. I don't know, but she always teased me, your kids are just going to sleep all the time. Well, she was wrong. Ethan slept quite a bit as a baby, but Hannah, poor thing, she had trouble sleeping at all. So obviously, so did I. But there's that. I am, but it ran out, and I didn't take more before I came out here because I didn't think about it. Um, you know how you're going along and you're fine, and then suddenly you're not. But I'll take something else before I go to bed. I tell you that coffee dye in this paper makes it have a completely different feel to the what pages that just came out of the book and haven't been coffee dyed. It's really interesting. I wouldn't have thought it. I mean, I guess I should because I've coffee dyed enough paper to know it does feel different after you've dyed it, but I just hadn't really thought about it until now because these pictures all came out of the same book, but this feels like completely different paper from the ones that were not coffee dyed. Okay. Let's get a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and trim out a little bit here too. There we go. Now then, let me get rid of this. Hey,
Hey,
what you doing?
I survived.
You did. You know I'm live streaming, right?
I know.
Okay, that's fine.
I just want to hug.
Okay.
Or want to hug, really.
All right. Well, I knew you would do good. Hannah just led a Bible study online with some friends for the first time, so she was a little concerned, but I wasn't. I saw how much she prepared. I knew she was going to do great. Now you can relax.
I actually made the 1 hour deadline we're supposed to be aiming for.
Good for you.
First person who's done it.
Do they usually go over?
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
well, I had certain things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
There were like 3 instead of just going down through the whole passage bit by bit to ask people what they wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And then if I asked a question and no one else was talking, I'd just be like 1, 2, 3, sold.
Move on.
Move on.
Okay. Well, good.
So I think there were some things I would do differently, but I'm kind of proud that I feel I did at least one thing really well.
Well, good. Well, I'm sure you did, and I imagine you'll get another chance.
Yes, and I left them homework.
Good for you.
And I'm gonna also turn in something for that, so that
That's good. You should. Yep. Oh. She gave him homework too. I didn't know if y'all heard that part. She told me, she says, I want to give him some homework, but nobody else is giving homework. I said, well, go ahead. They'll either do it or they won't. Okay. I'm going to ink these up, and I think I'm going to use my good old sepia that I love. Yeah. Well, thank y'all. She did good. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, Angie, get some sleep. Get some rest. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you were here. Hmm. Okay. I think on this one, I'm just going to do this and some words. I'm not going to add anything else behind it because I want to be able to keep that. So I'm just going to move it over there. These others, I want to put some kind of papers behind them. Somehow it feels just a little bit too easy, or like I didn't care enough or something if I just stick the picture on the front. That may be silly, I don't know, but it's how I feel. So I'm gonna, these probably are going to end up going in Happy Mail or something, so I want people to know I cared, that I didn't just stick the picture on the front. Although with the colored paper, I think that would probably be fine, but anyhow, it's what I'm feeling like I need to do, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to miss not getting to stream Thursday. I already miss streaming with Tanya on Tuesdays, and not that I haven't had plenty to do, because I really thought if I had time, I would go ahead and stream, on Tuesdays. But I've had several things come up that it was a good thing I was available on Tuesday. So this has actually worked out well for me, and for the people that I needed to help. But it's just weird that um, I thought I was going to be able to stream on Tuesdays, and it's turning out that I'm needing those days for other things. Y'all are awful quiet. It says you're still here, but you're being awful quiet. And I know I'm not doing anything so enthralling that you can't think about something to talk about. Yeah, I really like these ones that are coffee dyed. I think I need to go ahead and put those other ones in some coffee and it's not a huge difference. It's subtle, but it is a difference that I like. A slice of cheesecake. Ooh. Well, eat some for me. I love cheesecake. It sounds wonderful. Okay. Now then, to find some papers to put on with that. And I didn't prepare. Oh, let's see. Just a second. Oh. Just gonna see if I have something real quick handy here. I should. Okay. I've got some of these papers. Let's see if there's. See this this green. This is that passion fruit tea that had the pink tea bags. That's what that does when you put it on here. And this is the black tea with them next to each other. You can see how green that one is. These may be too spotty. You're just thinking the cover looks lonely and wondering what you will add, and then you go down the rabbit trail. Yeah. Need to add something. We can put a little bit of that, but that's not enough. Let's see, what else do I have? I have some music paper. I have some ledger paper. I have a little bit of this avocado dyed paper. No, I think this is onion skin. I think we'll use those too. Okay. Oh, goodness, Dana. I knew there's a good reason I don't like lima beans. Oh, dear. I'm wondering about if I could use some of these words. These are kind of sad. Okay, so we'll just use them as background something. Good night, Teresa. Thanks for coming. All right. Let's do some of this. Okay. Okay. Let's, before we go to the trouble to ink these, let's see if they're even going to be happy with them. I just want something on here. I don't want it to look too planned. Okay, what do y'all think? I think I'll ink it while you think on it. Okay. Well, we want to ink these pieces too, and red geranium. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. So we may move these to another one and get the, I just always like the sepia. That's what I inked the picture in, and so I always tend to ink it in the same colors, you know. Ann. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Janice. Does that look okay? Or do I need to do red geranium, Julie? I did it with this color because that's the color I inked around this end, but the red geranium would probably be pretty. Although it might not show up as much because this is red. I don't know. That looks great. Okay. I'm just going to set it aside here while I do the next one, and then we'll glue them all down. We will glue them all down. Hmm. It's hard to know. Sorry. Oh. Okay, I think that's why I'm going to do this one. I'm going to probably get off here in just a little bit. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to stop right here and just set these aside. I'm going to glue these down, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in. I think I'm reaching the end of what I can do tonight. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll put this here. Everybody's quiet. Yeah. Sorry, me too. I know if I keep talking, I'm going to start coughing and sneezing again. So I'm probably going to go in just a minute. I appreciate y'all coming and being with me tonight. I just tried rubbing Gold Nouveau Mousse on lace that I colored with craft color, and it looks awesome. Oh, put a picture in the group. You know I'm going to want to see when you say things like that. So you have to be prepared to put a picture in the group. Because I want to see. Janet's inking some flowers. Cool. Oh, thank you, Mindy. I don't really feel bad. I really don't. I'm just sneezing and coughing. Of course, I cough a lot anyway. That's just, unfortunately, something I have to deal with. But I don't usually have the sneezes mixed in with the coughs. When you put them together, it's even more annoying. But I'm not feeling bad. And I'm grateful for that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one on, I think, because it's just this one piece. Well, thank you. I do want to find some words. But I'm not sure where to look, so that we'll have to wait for another stream, I guess. And then we'll also bind those together. But that's something that's been sitting around for probably 2 years, needing to be done. So I'm glad I at least got some of it done. And I appreciate y'all coming and being here and visiting with me and all of that and listening to me ramble. I love you all. God bless you. Bye-bye.